Welcome, my loves. Today we're going to be talking about what I'm calling the Kylie Jenner Effect. So we're going to be looking at the evolution of the cultural phenomenon that is Kylie Jenner, the journey of radical transformation that she's been on, and most importantly, to me anyway, her influence over culture, and exploring whether she is the modern-day embodiment of the American dream or a modern-day Pied Piper, inadvertently, I hope, leading young women to their own demise. Heavy. Kylie Kristen Jenner was born on August 10, 1997 in Los Angeles, California, the youngest daughter of 1976 Summer Olympics decathlon winner Bruce Jenner, now Caitlyn Jenner, and TV personality Kris Jenner. In 2007, Jenner, along with her parents and siblings, began appearing on a reality TV series that you might have heard of called Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which chronicled the personal and professional lives of the clan, with a K obviously. Between 2007 and 2012, Kylie served as a gawky little sister on the show who was constantly outshone by her louder, perhaps more beautiful older sisters. That said, her star was on the rise though. Seventeen magazine hailed Kylie and big sister Kendall during that time as style stars of the year. They appeared in music videos for the likes of Jaden Smith, and they even penned a couple of dystopian science fiction novels, which was a bizarre move in my opinion. In the following years, the sisters launched their clothing line, Kendall and Kylie, with Topshop, and also a mobile game very imaginatively called Kendall and Kylie. And in 2014 and 2015, Time magazine named the Jenner girls the two most influential teens in the world. But Kylie still wasn't a standalone star in her own right, not until what I'm calling Lipgate came along. At the grand old age of 15, Kylie began injecting her lips to give them the pouty, bee-stung look that has since become her trademark. For some time, Kylie Lizzle denied that she was injecting her lips, claiming that she was just overlining them. Though after a lot of media pressure and public ridicule for blatantly lying, she eventually admitted that she was indeed getting fillers because her once thin lips made her feel, in her own words, undesirable and not pretty. And for me, it's from this point on that the story actually becomes pretty interesting. Off the back of Kai's brand new plumped up lips, she launched her $30 a pop lip kits, which were a combo of lip gloss and a lip pencil. The lip kits sold out instantly and repeatedly, with young girls desperate to emulate the Kai pout. And if you can hear light crashing around in the background, please forgive me. My boyfriend's decided to start smashing plates, Greek style, while I'm recording. Thanks, babe. Such was the influence of Kai's new look that the same year she announced she was getting lip fillers, British media outlet The Independent noted that demand for lip fillers had gone up 70%. And of course we can't pin that solely on Kylie, but given that she's the premier influencer in the world and her new lips had garnered so much media attention, it wouldn't be crazy to assume she might have played a significant role in the burgeoning trend. And to that point, how can we forget the Kylie Jenner lip challenge? That was the first time that we truly and directly saw the impact that she was capable of having on society. Very young girls and boys attempted to plump their pout by placing their lips into shot glasses and sucking the air out to create friction and swollen lips. However, because glass isn't flexible, the glass broke in many instances, which caused serious injuries that required stitches for teenagers around the world. In the following years, Kylie Cosmetics blew up beyond all expectation. She had one sellout collection after the next. She launched Kylie Skin, which is her own range of skincare and body care products. And in 2019, Forbes magazine named her the world's youngest self-made billionaire. Now, her rise to success didn't come without controversy. There were numerous reports of artistic plagiarism, there were eyeshadow palettes that smelled like chemicals and glue and gave people headaches, ants were found in packaging, packages were shipped without products, factory workers complained of sweatshop-style conditions, and Forbes retracted the accolade that they had bestowed on Kylie, saying that she had actually submitted false tax returns to them. Still, Kylie was and is the most successful woman of her generation, whether she's a billionaire or worth 900 million or whatever it is they're saying now. The woman is a highly successful individual. And in some ways, I would definitely say that she is a modern embodiment of the American dream. Sure, she grew up privileged and she had a head start thanks to a reality TV show, but so did Rob Kardashian, and all he's done is drive a sock company into the ground. So now much of Kylie's success is, of course, down to her image, the image she uses to promote the products that people buy in order to look like Kylie, be like Kylie, or simply align themselves with her image and brand because they admire Kylie so very much. In fact, Kylie's image is statistically more compelling than anyone else on the internet. She's paid a whopping $1 million, more than anyone else on the planet, per sponsored Instagram post, and she has a combined social media following of 250 million people. Just let that sink in. That's a huge influence that she has, a huge reach. Her influence on culture is undeniable. Scroll through Instagram and you'll see endless Gen Zers all done up in her image and likeness. There are thousands of fan pages dedicated to dissecting her every flick of eyeliner, her every move, her every word, and poring over her perfect body, wishing they had her curves, her hair, her lips, her life. So given Kylie's fame and success, and the influence that she has on culture, is it fair game to mention the fact that her surgeries didn't stop at lip enhancements? It's estimated that she spent anywhere between $100,000 and $2 million to look like Kylie. I don't want to dwell too much on what it's speculated that she's had done, because at the end of the day, what another woman does with her body is not my concern. What is my concern, or is at least a concern for me, is that these hugely influential celebrities often don't admit to their surgeries. They project a completely unobtainable image which is held up as the epitome of beauty, and then capitalizing on that image, products are sold to impressionable kids with the underlying promise that they can achieve Kylie's beauty through the products, which is patently not true. And I'm also concerned by the message this gives out, that going under the knife to attain someone else's standards of beauty is both necessary for success and normal somehow. It's just a fact that for as long as entertainment, and more specifically mass media, has been around, young people have idolised stars and sought to emulate them. So should we be worried then that Kylie has built her career, her highly successful career, off an image that even Kylie herself can't keep up with, let alone average teenagers and pre-teens around the globe who literally worship her and want to be just like her? Another way that I think Kylie and her peers are somewhat problematic cultural figureheads is their never-ending promotion of materialism. Scrolling through Kylie's Instagram page, all we really see are endless selfies of her fleet of incredible cars, her multi-million-dollar wardrobe, her private jet, her mansions, her tropical vacations. It's an endless, endless flex fest. And look, let me be clear, I am such a genuine fan of successful businesswomen, of women buying themselves all the things that they want, of women or anyone having surgery if they really feel that it's going to make them feel better. So let's not get it twisted. I'm not hating on her for the things that she has, or that she's proud of the things that she has. That really isn't it. I get that the flashy, lavish, dare I say narcissistic vibe is Kylie's brand, but I personally think that huge influencers like Kylie shouldn't just be taking from their followers, they should also be giving back and being honest with them. We know that social media causes severe depression and anxiety in young folk, and we know that feelings of inadequacy come from comparing our lives with the lives of the people we admire. And I'm singling Kylie out not for no reason. I'm singling her out because she is the most admired influencer of our generation. And it is she who arguably presents the most unobtainable lifestyle than anyone else on the internet. The Kardashians really are the epitome of being famous for the sake of being famous. Before them, and I guess Paris Hilton, that notion didn't really exist. You had to be exceptionally good at something to become famous, and obviously being exceptionally good at something requires hard work and dedication. Now, as influencers have become the new stars, the new celebrities, it's given rise to the phenomenon of being famous based solely on your image. And before you guys come at me and say, well, what about models? What I would say to that is that real models are really blank canvases for designers. They aren't creating and curating their image. Their image is being created and curated every day by a new client. And yes, their looks are why they are models, but modeling is hard work and it's a craft that needs to be honed. Social media models and influencers, on the other hand, literally live behind the image they present on their social media pages. And thanks to Facetune, body tuning apps, Photoshop, and of course cosmetic surgery, we now have a swathe of well, Kylie Jenner lookalikes really, who have become famous because of their image alone. So what effect is this having on young people? What is it teaching them? Are girls in particular looking up to women in the arts, women in STEM, women in finance, women who have dedicated their lives to raising their children? Or are they learning that if they obsess enough over perfecting their online image, they too can become millionaires or billionaires with private jets, a fleet of Lambos and several mansions, with the perfect nose, teeth, boobs, butt and hair? Is there even anything wrong with that? Should we be holding up women in STEM or whatever as any better than the likes of Kylie Jenner? Is it simply that success is the end goal and it doesn't matter what route you take to get there? I honestly don't know. On one hand, Kylie is a wildly successful woman who you could argue represents modern-day female empowerment. On the other hand, you could argue that she's a hollow caricature of herself, that she lives behind the image she's created off the back of insecurities and profits from promoting unobtainable standards of beauty and insatiable materialism. Either way though, I really believe that influencers who hold the hearts and minds of young people in the palm of their hands need to recognise the responsibility they have on their shoulders. I don't think it's okay to reap the rewards of your popularity and not give something back or show some care and consideration for the people who have put you where you are. But that's just my view. What do you guys think? Is Kylie this empowered chick who we should be holding up as the absolute pinnacle of femininity and female success? Or is she a modern day Pied Piper who's leading women down a very dark and potentially dangerous road? I'm serious, I don't know. I think you can tell from this video which one I'm leaning more towards, but I really don't claim to have all the answers. So that's all for today. If you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care.